Well, it was March 1st of 2002, and I remember I was standing on a sidewalk in a park near my house, and I remember I looked down, just standing there, and then I looked down, and I remember not being able to see my feet. And that's when I realized, I was almost 300 pounds at that moment, and that's the heaviest I'd ever been. And it was a tough moment to just, be in that state where you just, you look down, you can't see your feet. It's pretty sad. It's pretty unmotivating. But that was the first day of a 6-month journey that would see me losing just over 125 pounds. And that was March of 2002. In September of that year, I was already down to about 170 pounds. So how did I do it? I've reflected on that for the last 23 years. And, I've talked a lot about it, and I have a whole video. This is part 2. So I have a part 1 where I talked about how I lost 125 pounds and I get into the day-to-day stuff. However, I wanted to make another follow-up video because that was my best performing video. So obviously people commented, people got a lot of value out of it. So I wanted to make another video to talk about what I've been able to reflect on in the last 23 years and what I've learned. And I wanted to kind of distill it into maybe just like, a few key kind of principles or themes that you could take away from. If you're someone that's out there that needs help, that needs guidance, that is needing to lose a lot of weight. I got a lot of comments on my first video, part 1, and I'll link that on the bottom, and I'll link it here at the end of this video. But I got a lot of comments about people who said, wow, so inspiring. I need to lose X amount of weight. I need to lose 200 pounds, whatever it is. Hopefully this can help guide you in a way where you're learning from someone who actually did it. I was there. I know what it's like to be almost 300 pounds. I remember what it was like to be able to, when I'm gonna tie my shoe, have to hold my breath to bend over and tie my shoe. So I know what it's like. And so this is just a video to really get a little deeper and talk about some of the things that I've been able to reflect on and what I did differently, because there's so many people out there that lose weight, but for some reason they either gain it back or they just, they can't keep it off. And so what is it that I'm seeing that I did differently that most people just haven't been able to connect to? And so that's what this video is about. So I'm gonna talk about 3 different things that I've been able to reflect on recently and really throughout the last 23 years. And we'll start with number 1. Number 1 is something that there's a whole book that someone wrote about this. It's called Start With Why. And it's really having a strong enough why. So you can have 2 scenarios. You can have a scenario where you ask someone, hey, why do you want to lose weight? And their response might be, I want to be able to take off my shirt and look good, right? For the girls when I go to a pool party. And that's one example of something that someone might say. And not that that's a good or a bad thing, that just is what it is, right? You can look at another scenario where you look at myself and the reason why I wanted to lose weight. When someone would ask me that, I hated going to pool parties when I was in high school because I was a fat kid, I was overweight, and so I didn't want to take off my shirt, right? That's a given. But I thought about it, in a deeper way. I went deeper than just why do I want to be able, so when I ask myself, why is it that I want to feel better when I take off my shirt? What does that make me feel like? Okay. Why is that important to me? Well, I want to be able to feel a certain way. I want to be confident. I want to feel comfortable in my own clothes and my own skin. All of these different things. As you start to ask yourself, why does that make you feel a certain way? Why is that important to you? And you keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And you start to realize that if you can't dig deeper to the point where you really get emotional about this stuff and where you really just say, holy crap, like I gotta really, really change my life, like it's now or never, then you don't have a strong enough why. And my why was, I didn't want people to see me the way that they were seeing me. I felt like I was one person on the inside and someone else would look at me and they would see this fat, lazy kid, right? And there was somewhat of a cognitive dissonance, if you know what that means, where you're doing something, but you feel a different way inside. And I would get upset when I felt like people would look at me differently. People would look at me a certain way because I was this 300-pound kid. And they thought, I don't know, maybe he's lazy, maybe he's dumb, maybe he's unintelligent, maybe he's uninteresting. I don't know what they would think. Or maybe they weren't thinking anything, but these were just things that were in my head. And I wanted to get away from that. I wanted people to see me for who I really was. And that really, really resonated with me at a very, very deep level. And that was the strong, strong why that I had, was I needed to get that cognitive dissonance, because I said, okay, well, I want people to see me a certain way, but at the same time, I am almost 300 pounds. I was 297 pounds at my heaviest. So people are going to look at me like I'm a 297 pound person. And that makes sense, right? But I saw myself differently inside. And so I guess you have to have a strong enough why. That was my why. It was kind of making sure that the way that I saw myself aligned with the way that other people see me. Now, it sounds a little bit extrinsic now when you think about, oh, Eddie, you're just worried about what people thought about you. It wasn't so much that. It was a little bit of that because I was 19 when I lost my weight. So you're at an age where you're starting to date and you want to be popular with girls and so forth. But it was deeper than that. It was more of, I needed to be happy with myself, and I needed to feel like who I was on the inside was being reflected more accurately on the outside. And so that was my why. And so what I would say is that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed in my reflection is you have to have a strong enough why. Why do you want to lose weight? Is it because you want to be around 5 or 10 or 20 years from now to play with your kids if you have kids, or if you have grandkids maybe? Is it because you want to be there for your parents? If you want to be there for your partner, for your spouse? Those things matter. And you have to be able to connect to those deeper reasons why you want to lose weight if you want to make it stick long term. So that's the first one, is just I had a strong enough why. And I recommend anyone going down this path, if you really want to lose weight, even if it is 20 pounds, 30 pounds, it doesn't have to be 100 or 200 pounds. You have to have a strong enough why. You have to really dig deep and ask yourself, why is this important to me? Because if it's not important enough, then you won't do the work and you won't follow the other 2 pointers that I'm going to give you here now. So that's the first one. The second one I would say is I had an incredibly strong belief in myself. I had almost a quiet confidence to myself that I knew that I would succeed. Now, I needed to prove that to myself. And the way that I proved it was by doing what I had to do every day. But I had this quiet confidence where I didn't tell anybody about me losing weight. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to start losing weight and today's the day. I didn't do any of that. I just did. I just started. It was March 1st, 2002, and that's the day that I picked. It was a random day. I don't even know what day of the week it was. I should probably look it up, but it was just the day that I started. And that's the day that I realized, okay, this is the first day of many. And what I told myself was, I know that things aren't going to change from one day to the next, but I knew that I would, as long as I did the right things would start to change eventually. And so I just had this really, really strong belief in myself, that no matter what, internally, I had a strong belief that I would succeed. I didn't really know how I was going to succeed because I was learning a lot at the time. I didn't work with a coach. I didn't have anybody that I could really reach out to that could say, hey, I do this, do that, do this, do that. All I had was books that I could go and rent out or from the library or buy and read. There wasn't a lot of good information out there because there wasn't social media. I lost weight in 2002, so we didn't even have Facebook. I don't even know if we had MySpace at that time, and that wasn't the kind of place that you'd go for weight loss advice. So I didn't really know where to look. There was places like bodybuilding.com that I remember going to where you can buy protein and you can buy pills and weight loss supplements and stuff like that. I've tried every single weight loss supplement. Not worth it. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. But I really had a strong belief that I was going to lose weight. And so I just had to go and figure out how I was going to do it and how I would get there. Number one, I really had a strong why. I had a reason inside of me, deep inside, a burning reason why I wanted to change, why I wanted to lose weight. It was a reason that was important enough for me. And then number two, I had a really strong belief in myself that I was going to make it happen. Didn't know how, but I was going to figure it out. I like to say that all you got to do is figure out where you want to go. Because once you know where you want to go and you know where you are, your starting point, then you can go and figure out how to get there. Now, I work with a lot of clients that want to pay someone, they pay me in order to get there quicker. I have kind of the Google Maps, right? I have the strategies and the things that you can do to get there a lot quicker. And so, with my business, for example, I pay other people, other coaches, business coaches to help me to improve my business, because I can either go and learn it on my own and take a lot longer, or I can pay someone. So you either pay with money or you pay with time. I'd rather pay with money if I have the money disposable, so that I can get there quicker. And so I think that back then I didn't have the money to pay someone. I didn't even know where to go. So I just had to go and pay for the books and the information that I was gathering, and kind of make decisions on my own and educate myself. Now, the nice thing about that is that I did educate myself, and so I was able to keep it off for a lifetime. So it became a lifestyle, not just something that I did, right? And then the third reason that I really been able to reflect on is, I noticed that, okay, I got a really strong why, really strong reason why I want to do this. And then I've got an incredible amount of belief in myself that I can do it. So I think it's important to believe that you can do it, that you really trust yourself, and that, you know what, I could do this. Even though I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to do it. And then the third thing was consistency. And this is the most, I think the number one indicator of success. You can have a shitty workout plan, but if you stick with it consistently, you're going to see some results, most likely. You can do any kind of diet, whether it's keto, whether it's carnivore, whether it's paleo, low fat, low carb, doesn't matter. If you stick with it consistently, you will see some results, right? It doesn't mean that that diet is right for you, but if you force yourself to stick with it consistently, you'll see some results. And so I knew that change wasn't going to come in a day or two. I know that the next day, on March 2nd, when I showed up at that park, that I wasn't going to see a big change. But I already knew that, and I set my expectation. I knew that at the end of that week, I wasn't going to see a big change. But I knew that days turn into weeks, and I know that weeks turn into months, and then months turn into years. And if I just focused on that next first step that I had to take, so that step right in front of me, think of a long staircase, and it's so long that you can't even see the top of that staircase, but you can see the step in front of you. And I knew that if I can take that step in front of me, and I can do that every day, then eventually I would get to my goal. I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know it would take 6 months. Maybe it would have taken a year. Maybe it would have taken 3 years. I didn't know at the time. I just started. I had the belief, and I had the strong enough reason why, and I just started. And I took that step every single day. And so I think as long as you can focus on what you can control, which is I had to learn how I was going to get there every day. And then I had to take that step, which for me was I started off by walking because I couldn't run because I was literally so heavy. And then eventually started, strength training and things like that. But I didn't know how long it would take. And that didn't matter because I set the expectation ahead of time that no matter what, I'm going to get there. It's just a matter of when. It's not if, it's when, because I had that strong belief in myself. So those are really the three things that I've kind of been able to reflect on. And this isn't too long of a video, but I wanted to kind of share that because the first video, I talked a lot about what I ate and what I didn't eat and processed foods and protein and a lot of the tactical stuff. But we talk about tactical stuff all the time. And if you go on ChatGPT or you go online, you can get all the tactical information. If you say, how do I lose weight? It's gonna tell you how to lose weight. And if you follow that, you will lose weight, right? Whether it's keto, carnivore, or just a regular diet of eating less calories, you will lose weight. The problem is people aren't having success doing that. And so we have to dig a level deeper. And so that's why I wanted to make this video. The purpose of this video is for you to dig a little deeper and really understand, do you have enough of a reason why you wanna do this? How important is this to you? It may not be the right time. I always say sometimes people have to gain another 20 to 50 pounds before it's really the right time for them to lose weight. And that's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Sometimes they have to have a medical scare, a heart attack, or something happen to them in their life, a lost loved one, unfortunately, for them to realize this is the time when I need to change. But then other people change in an instant. And so you have to figure out what's gonna make that click for you. And then the other thing is, along with knowing that I had that strong enough why, I knew I was going to succeed. I had the belief in myself. I knew that I was strong enough. I was a strong enough person to go through the process. And I just had to figure out what it is that I had to do every day and do that every day. And then obviously with that comes the consistency. So that's all I've got. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, just like everyone else on YouTube, right? I'm trying to get there hopefully by the end of April or May of this year, of 2025. And I'd love to take you guys along with this, on this journey. You know, I try to, you know, as a certified nutrition coach and as a certified personal trainer and as someone who works with clients every day, I want to make sure that you guys have information that's backed by science, that's real stuff that you can actually apply to your lives. But also, it's not too tactical. It's, you know, sometimes I'll put videos up that are very tactical, but this video is a little deeper. This is for you to dig a little deeper and to really figure out, you know, what do I need to do to really make this thing stick? Because most people will lose weight. We don't have a weight loss problem. We have, you know, a problem where people can't keep the weight off for a long time. And that's unfortunate, but it's just a reality of you know, at least here in the US and in other parts of the world too. So if you like this, please subscribe, please like the video, turn on notifications if you want to be aware of when I release videos. I release videos almost every week, basically. I'm going to start to do them every week. And I do have a lot of free resources. So first of all, if you're interested in talking about coaching and you're looking for that guidance, there's a link down below where you can click into another video where I explain how my coaching works. It is a little bit of a long video, but stick through it. It's definitely worth it. And even if you end up not working together with me, you'll still get a lot of value from the video. And then the other thing is I've got a free nutrition cheat sheet or ebook that you can click into in the link below. And then I also have a free sleep guide. So my newsletter is also free. I send it out every Saturday morning, full of, you know, stuff on mindset, stuff on weight loss, stuff on lifestyle. Look, this is a lifestyle. This is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. If you lose weight and you want to keep it off, you have to become this new identity and this new person. Something that I always preach about. If you've seen my videos, you know I always talk about that. So you can go to mindset.eddie.com. And that's the easiest way to get my free nutrition ebook. And I will see you on the next video. And then if you want to check out that first video of part 1 of how I lost 125 pounds, I'll make sure I pop it up here so you guys can click on that easily and you can go and look through that video. See you on the next one.